Hello, everybody. One moment, please. I have techno stuff to do. Not coming on yet. Not showing yet. One moment. Go to channel. It's not allowing me to do that. Content. One moment, please. Do something else. Channel. View channel. There's the live. I'm going to test the sound. There we go. Okay. Nope, already in like. Okay. No one's here yet. That's okay. Oh, welcome. Thank you for the like. You're so awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are you regular or new? You don't have to say. Anyway, thank you for being here. So, today's All Signs is about, let me see. If you want to suggest a theme, usually I think of these things beforehand, but I was busy doing stuff. I have chosen the decks. Let's see. How about, we've done the next best thing. Let's do the name is escapes me. Good news, bad news. Used to do those readings. You know, it's something I've been meaning to do for a while. Oh, you're still here? Good. Meaning to do for a while. So, our Earth ratings. So, the influence of planets on you is partially or wholly. I don't know which, because I'm a tarot reader, not an astrologer. The gravitational pull. The size of the planet, the bigger the gravitational pull. The further out they are, the more inner planets has bigger influence on you, right? But no one does Earth readings. Now, what is your Earth sign? Your Earth sign is the polar opposite of your sun sign, okay? So I'm a Pisces Earth, in other words, right? Because I'm a Virgo, okay? So let's do that. Since Earth has the greatest gravitational pull on our bodies, our physical corporal bodies, let's see. Something just, what am I meant to do? Just popped into my head, so I'm just going to do that. For the primary pull, we are using the out of hand tarot. I'm going to announce at the top first time ever Earth sign readings. Your Earth sign, readings. Your Earth sign is your polar opposite of your sun sign. So in other words, when I go to Virgo's reading, it would really be the Pisces reading that you're going to. Sorry, I should have worked this out before I got on. Astrology, polar opposite. Okay. Copy. I'll put it in the chat for you. Paste. Boom. Hey, so if you're a Libra, the Aries reading is for you. So Libra, your earth sign is Aries. So primary pool, out of hand, clarifiers, the spirit with, no, sorry, Osho Zen for the clarifiers. What led up to this? The before tarot. For, if the clarifiers need clarifying, the spirit within. And then either advice or ultimate outcome, this. So what are you meant to do? No, it's too heavy. So for our earth sign reading, what is coming up next? Sorry for all the technicalities. So, Aries earth signs. If you're a Libra, this reading is for you. And not just one Libra, all Libras, right? What is coming up for Aries earth signs? What is coming up for Aries earth signs in the next 3 months? What is coming up for Aries earth signs for the next 3 months? I don't think anybody's done this before. I've been meaning to do it for years. So Libras, you're Aries, you're an Aries earth. You have the 10 of Swords in reverse. So you remove a betrayal or a betraying person from your life with the 10 of Swords in reverse. What's coming up for you in the next 30 to 45 days? Justice, fairness, or you dole out karma, right? Or karma works in your favor. And then the Lovers. Wow, look at that. Now this is the out of hand tarot, okay? So whenever I use the out of hand tarot, you need to focus on people's non-verbal communication, right? Libras, who are Aries earth signs, so this is for Libra reading, okay? You remove a toxic person or situation from your life because it's probably born out of betrayal, right? Karmic justice serves you, or you, that's you. I think it's you doling out the justice. And you had a decision to make, and I feel like the meaning of this card, before clarifying, but we must clarify, right, is that you are assisted in doing so. Or you were faced with a decision where it was kind of like, If I stay, this is going to be my life. If I go, my life will be less heavy. For instance, I had like a best friend for a couple of years, 3 years. And my life is, I could tell she was leaving, but didn't want to be the jerk. You know, we had just kind of moved up, and I gave her so many outs before I visited her. And, you know, instead of making it a nice ending where we just draw away from each other, she wanted to make it ugly, apparently. So, you remove it. But I was just thinking this yesterday while I was driving, how much lighter my life feels. She was always bringing out like a part of me that had already healed. So I'm going to clarify, and the Ten of Swords in reverse, and then I'm going to find out through the before tarot what led up to it. What does this Ten of Swords in reverse mean for Aries Earth signs? What is this Ten of Swords in reverse mean for Aries Earth signs? Hi, welcome. People are still here. Love it. What's coming up for Aries Earth signs? Or no, please clarify the Ten of Swords in reverse for Aries Earth signs. So we're trying to find out what this Ten of Swords in reverse really means. Was it a person or a situation? It was a situation that just would never end. It would just like keep going. This is a karmic card in some situations, but we'll handle that in a minute. Maybe this person has a hard time letting you go, or wouldn't let you take an easy out, even if you gave it to them, right? Because there's a reason why storylines come into my head. It's tumultuous. So it was a combination of a situation and a person. Look, the Lover's card in reverse. Lover's card in the upright. Your life feels lighter. You received balance, right? You can see part of the Rider-Waite card here. It's like you're more anchored and grounded. I love that. And tarot funny that way. Okay, what led up to this situation? Now, it's interesting that this card isn't in reverse, but I feel there's like a progression of stillness and groundedness, right? What led up to the Ten of Swords in reverse and this situation for Aries Earth signs? What led up to this situation was Aries Earth signs? What led up to this situation with Aries Earth signs? I heard talk of the town. So I don't know if this person was gossiping about you. Like two-faced, right? But maybe they felt it was harmless. You know? Look at this. This is almost a combination of, I mean, I don't know if they were a Leo or a Leo rising or a cusper, right? But here you have the King of Swords in the upright. It was a man who led up to this situation. So there was a third party interference, and it was a person. They might have said that they saw you doing something that was, I heard the word shocking. Like they talked shit about you and just came in between you and two persons. Now, I don't read the after or before tarot as in reverse, but I read this as blocks, right? Here, these sometimes are many opinions. Normally, the Seven of Wands in the upright is defending your space, you had no defense because you didn't know about it. You just sensed it, right? Interesting. So third-party interference was the cause. Now, with the Spirit Within Tarot, we'll get your advice. Oh, 4 likes. Thank you. For anybody joining us, part of the a planet's impact on you is the gravitational pull. The Earth's gravitational pull is the strongest. Your Earth sign is the opposite sign, the polar opposite. So I'm not reading for Aries right now, even though I just started. It's really for Libras because you're an Aries Earth, if that makes sense, okay? I don't think we need advice because you've let go of this person, like you're glad, right? So what is the ultimate outcome of this situation? One of them may reach out to you just to see how you're doing. Not really. It's almost like an ego call. You know, just like you tried to give them an out because you sensed it. They're trying to see if you regret or, I don't know, it's like an ego thing. What's the ultimate outcome for Aries Earth signs? Now, anybody joining us and just hearing this now, Aries Earth signs, I wonder if I could make up another term so Aries and non-Earth signs aren't confused. Yeah. It might be a Earth sign or a Virgo who contacts you. This is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And as you know, if you're a long-time subscriber to this channel, this is the beneficent queen. This is who loves herself, right? And this is the one who's vain. So she may realize, she or he may realize their own vanity. And then you have the Four of Swords in reverse. They come out of a time of separation or rest to reach out. They might actually want to come back with the Chariot card, or they're coming back to your area or something, right? Fast. Or they may ask you to travel with them. And you'll not think about it. You have a realization with the Hangman in reverse. Anyway, obviously you're just like, nope, my life feels lighter now. You know? I don't blame you. Okay. Now, the next Earth-born, Earth-anchored sign, maybe. Guys, give me some suggestions. Okay, Taurus Earth signs, which would be really a reading for Scorpios, right? What's coming up for Taurus Earth-anchored signs? What is coming up in the next 30 to 45 days for Taurus gravitational Earth signs? What's coming up for Taurus in the next 30 to 40 days, 45 days for Taurus gravitational Earth signs? Again, this is really a reading for Scorpios, right? But you're going to feel it by sitting in the energy of Taurus, your polar opposite. Six of Wands, victory. Yes, please. You may receive a reward or award. Ten of Pentacles. I mean, this kind of indicates that it's not necessarily money, but maybe you entered something. So it's something maybe tangible, okay? A certificate, as in the first card, or some kind of term. So this could be recognition, right? And then 2 of Cups in reverse. I want to say you did it through networking mostly, not necessarily through friendship. But this is a date card, right? But coffee date. There's really no such thing as a coffee date, but you know what I mean, right? It's more like a courting. So you may have been courted to participate. But victory, it might usher in a new money cycle for you, even though the reward or document or award recognition, it might even be you entered a contest and you won like some kind of game or tournament and you win like a trip to wherever, right? Sorry. Okay, let's clarify. Welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm going to clarify the 6 of Wands in the upright. What does the 6 of Wands in the upright mean for Taurus gravitational earth signs? What is coming up for Taurus gravitational earth signs next 30 to 45 days? What is coming up for Taurus gravitational earth signs, which would be Scorpio, by the way, right? If you're just joining us. So 6 of Wands or 10 of Pentacles? I gotta do that over again. Sorry, I was distracted by the hair in my mouth. I just don't want to mix up the cards. I want to do 6 of Wands. What's this 6 of Wands mean for Taurus gravitational earth signs in the next 30 to 45 days? What's this 6 of Wands in the upright mean for Taurus gravitational earth signs in the next 30 to 45 days? I heard center of your universe. Completion. Now this is the World card in the the Zen Osho deck. I'm going, what kind of victory is this? And this implies that you come to the end of an era. And remember, I said, it looks like, according to the cards, that you're going to begin a new karmic money cycle. This is about to turn up, right? The World card. Now, I've said it over and over again. I have to say it over and over again. Not because I need to explain it, but because, you know, people forget. This reward or award may lead to a complete and utter change in your life for the better. It's an end, not of a chapter, but of a cycle. And why is that important? Cycles are very definitive. Like, you know, you're changing a cycle as it's happening. And the example I always give is that you move to a new town, so you have new friends and new co-workers. Like, you have new beginnings all at the same time, right? One begets the other. So you have victory because you either taught a karmic lesson to someone or you learned a karmic lesson. That's when you change cycles, according to Jenny, my spirit guide, right? So the obvious is, since it came in reverse, is that less stress, right? Now the Seven of Wands in the upright is defensive. In the reverse, which you got it, is standing up for yourself. This is something you fought for. That you competed hard for or fought for. I heard long time coming. Okay. So 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Now this is a reading for Scorpio whose polar opposite is Aries. Because that's your earth sign. Okay. What does this 10 of Pentacles in reverse mean for Taurus gravitational earth signs? The next 30 to 45 days. It could be that the chain of cycle is the award itself. You're being rewarded for teaching a karmic lesson or learning a karmic lesson, and you can just evolve now, right? You did the last task that you needed to do to move forward, to evolve. So funny how this person got butterflies. See that? Because the AI discerns a face. That's so funny. What's this 10 of Pentacles in reverse mean for Taurus gravitational earth signs in the next 30 to 45 days? I'm so happy you're here, you guys. Oh, right near the top. So what's the 10 of Pentacles in reverse mean? The Rebel, Emperor. Remember the standing up for your rights? Now you got this in the upright. 10 of Pentacles, you may be elevated to a higher job position or a position in your community or some kind of group. Okay? It's a little troublesome. So this is a very mental card. It may, I don't know if it surprises you, because this person is like all over the place, right? Or maybe you're replacing someone who's gone insane, literally. Like they couldn't do the job anymore. And look at that. We are the World card, but in reverse, right? It's not like you're doing something new. A lot of areas of your life are going to be renewed, but your present position, even if you're a homemaker, you're elevated somehow, is to go back to doing something that you did before. See the group? But in a different way because you're in a higher position, right? You may be of two minds, like, should I? You might fear the opportunity even though you fought for it. And now that you have it, you're just like, now what do I do, right? Which puts a whole different vibe to this Two of Cups in reverse, right? So let's see if that's a date card or a lack of forgiveness card or an unfriendly card in general. What does Two of Cups in reverse mean for Taurus gravitational sign, earth signs, the next 30 to 45 days? Or it may be that a boss that perhaps doesn't like you, but they're still in the upright, wants you to keep doing what you're doing. Like, don't leave, right? What does this Two of Cups in reverse mean for Taurus earth gravitational earth signs next 30 to 45 days? One more. I heard get down to brass tacks. Whatever you're doing is going to come in quick. This was in reverse, so Fairy dust, fairy dust, fairy dust was in reverse. Playfulness. Whatever it is, it's serious and you're serious about it. Hey, you fought for it. So you know what this is because you know what you've been fighting for. Now, see in the background, there's someone choking another person. And this person like looks very aggressive, right? Lightning. People may be jealous or envious of this event for you or this achievement, right? Okay, what led up to this with the Before Tarot? Oh, thank you for the like. I appreciate you. What led up to this situation, life event for Taurus, Gravitational Earth Signs? What led up to this event for Taurus, Gravitational Earth Signs, who are Scorpios, right? Is this too confusing, guys, the way I'm giving it? Remember, we read the reversals as blocks. What led up to this? Someone was interfering with your new beginning. They wanted to steal the crown. And for some reason, they're unable to. This is a person who may be two-faced to you in your face, right? They wanted to block some kind of ascension. Because when you're dead and rise up to heaven and the judgment card is like acceptance, right? They did not want you to elevate. They didn't want you to have the opportunity. They tried to block your opportunity. So this could be a boss who didn't want to see you ascend. But you did anyway. That's why the Six of Wands, right? That's amazing. Advice. I immediately heard don't gloat. Not that you would. I'm just saying. That's what I hear. I hear it in here and it comes out here. What am I going to do, right? What's the advice for Taurus Gravitational Earth Signs? What is the advice for Taurus Gravitational Earth Signs? Magician. See how the Magician in the upright is a manifester. It's a person who has all the resources to perform any task, right? Emotional, mental, monetary action, like stamina, right? This is writer's block. The advice is to not post it online. And here's the Three of Wands in reverse again. What's the advice? I want to say, because I've had it twice, if you really don't want it, don't take it. But it's something you fought for, so I'm not quite understanding. Maybe you think if a supervisor is one who blocked you, say, and you're going to end up having to work with them as a fellow manager, don't take it if you don't want it, but it would lead to a cycle change and a change in your money, right? So make that new beginning, take that leap of faith. But never forget how this person blocked you, okay? They're not going to feel differently after getting to know you better, okay? If they say anything like that to you, it's bullshit. They're just trying to get information from you. I'm sorry to be so pessimistic about that, but that's what, bad people do. Okay. So I wonder if I should announce these as the sun sign No. Gemini and Sagittarius. So, reading for gravitational Earth sign in Gemini, which means that you're a Sagittarius, right? So this reading is for Sagittarians only. Okay. What's coming up for Gemini gravitational Earth signs next 30 to 45 days? What's coming up for Gemini gravitational Earth signs next 30 to 45 days? What's coming for Gemini gravitational Earth signs in next 30 to 45 days? I heard something, I don't remember the word or phrase, but I remember how it made me feel. Almost like a go with the flow. And then I heard the city name or thing name, Milwaukee. So it could either be the beer or the city, or maybe that's your middle name. I don't know, right? Gemini gravitational Earth signs, which are really Sagittarius, Sun, the Nine of Swords in reverse. The dark night of the soul is over. Whatever's in the next 30 to 45 days, it's going to cause your sleep to be better, less nightmares, less worry, okay? Less making mountains out of molehills, right? In the upright here, someone is like just ruminating about how they can't sleep, right? Next card you have is the Ten of Swords. I don't know if you're dealing with a Scorpio, okay, because Aries is the polar opposite of Scorpio, and they had this in their reading. You're past the betrayal, or you're past an ending, or you're getting past an ending, a mental ending. You're making progress because nines come before tens, right? There's progress. And then you have the Hanged Man in reverse. Revelation. A sleepless night. Just looking at how I did that backwards. The sleepless night is over. The ruminating is through. And there's revelation. You know what to do, is what I heard. Okay. It's interesting. What is the Hanged One in the reverse for Gemini gravitational Earth signs? Next 30 to 45 days. What is the Hanged One in reverse mean for Gemini gravitational Earth signs? The next 30 to 45 days. I heard it's a quiet revelation. I don't know if you're keeping it to yourself. Yes. How crazy is that? Remember I told you it felt like going with the flow, right? And then I heard the name of Milwaukee. And I asked, what does this mean? The Hanged One in reverse. That's revelation. That's a completion of a spiritual practice, right? And going with the flow is in reverse here. Now, this card deals with emotions, right? So if you notice, either way of the orientation of the card, it's still the same thing. So you're not blocking your flow, right? You might be blocking your emotions or feel a need to that will benefit you in some way, to not go back to a dark night of the soul, right? You're ending a karmic mental cycle or chapter. So I want to know what this means. And then we're going to find out what led up to it. What's this 10 of Swords in reverse mean for Gemini gravitational earth signs? What is this 10 of Swords mean for Gemini gravitational earth signs next 30 to 45 days? What's the 10 of Swords in reverse mean for Gemini gravitational earth signs? How come no one's speaking today? Look at this. This is acceptance. Maybe you didn't know why you had the dark night of the soul, but you accept that it happened with the High Priestess in reverse. See the flowing water, right? Maybe blocking your emotions and blocking any spiritual kind of like, not blocking spiritual messages, but we're clarifying the 10 of Swords in reverse. It's like you may think that you'll make better progress if you kind of compartmentalize, okay, not be emotional about what you're thinking about that led to the dark night of soul, which we'll find out in a few minutes, right? Just like, okay, here's my emotions, here's my logic, and this is how I'm going to proceed, because I can't stay in this next 30 to 45 days. Dark night of the soul, right? Dark night of the soul is over. But what led up to the dark night of the soul, right? What led up to the 9 of Swords in reverse? I heard acceptance again. What led up to the 9 of Swords in reverse for Gemini gravitational earth signs? What's this 9 of Swords in reverse mean? That led up to this 9 of Swords in reverse situation for Gemini's gravitational earth. So what led up to the 9 of Swords in the first place? Because it's important, okay? Temperance. It was spirituality itself, it may be. Because this is you. We're reading for gravitational earth signs. So you're a Gemini earth sign, okay? Your sun is in Sagittarius. Your earth is in Gemini. So this is you. And see how you're not, this is the before tarot. She's preparing to mix the emotions. So maybe it's not compartmentalization, but we kept hearing the word acceptance at least twice, right? Here, she's pulling water from the fountain to alchemize her emotions. Now, what does it mean to alchemize? To balance your emotions. And maybe you're just standing in this big pool of emotion. So it's through your patience that you elevated yourself. I don't know if it had to do with the oppressive father figure or supervisor or husband or spouse, right? See how in the before tarot, he's about to sit down. He has a lamb around his, this is a block. Someone who's uncharitable. Okay, so this is about a situation involving a specific person. And you know what? You could go with the flow, but only in the direction you want to go, or you want things to, as this revelation. You have all spiritual cards, all. You're trying to bring balance to your, and you will, to your person. Okay? So since we know the advice, and it looks like you're going to do it anyway, it's going to work, let's get the ultimate outcome. What's the ultimate outcome for Gemini's gravitational earth signs? What's the ultimate outcome to this particular situation for Gemini gravitational earth signs? What's the ultimate outcome to this situation for Gemini gravitational earth signs, which is Sagittarian Sun, right? All spirituality. So you elevate to a Hierophant. You may teach people balance or even a new belief system or religion. And you do it in a very traditional manner. You go from a 2 to a 5, so there's still evolution. I mean, this is imbalance. Justice in reverse. Right? The Sun in reverse. The Star. Okay, so there's some kind of adjustment, right? Am I doing the right thing? Well, I have to go with the flow. It's like you're letting God or Spirit, which is the same thing, pull you, right? Pull you in the right direction. You're on the right path. But now you have to go in the right direction, right? You can't go backwards, in other words. You can't turn around and go backwards. Interesting, right? Okay. Now that was Sagittarius, who are Taurus gravitational earth signs. Sorry, Gemini gravitational earth signs. Now we're going to read for Capricorns, who are Cancer gravitational earth signs. For people just joining us, it doesn't look like there's any, but just for the sake of clarity, this next reading is for Capricorns. And your earth sign is Cancer, because the earth has the heaviest gravitational pull on you and influence on you, right? We read for the moon, we read for Jupiter, we read for Pluto. Now we're going to read for Earth, right? And as far as I know, I'm the first one to do this. So it's for Capricorns, but I'm going to announce or upload the question by using your earth sign, okay? What's coming up for Cancer gravitational earth signs in the next 30 to 45 days? What is coming up for Cancer gravitational earth signs in the next 30 to 45 days? Ooh, that was a short one. My fingers are tingling already. Boom. 8 of Wands, it looks like, but in reverse. Sometimes this is my layoff and firing card, but it depends on the deck and the Rider-Waite, definitely it is. Or a stop to a long distance trip, or a stop to communications. So it can mean ghosting via online dating. In the upright, this person is making multicolored sunshine rays, right? He or she has plenty of colors to choose from. You may have no choice about either cutting a communication or quitting a job or something. or stopping some kind of action. Four of Wands in reverse, a lot of unstable energies the next 30 to 45 days. Again, it's temporary, okay? But here in the upright, someone is getting a tattoo, and they're getting a tattoo of what looks like the sun, right? On their hand. But Four of Wands in reverse can mean eviction, a house move that you're not ready for, the stopping of an engagement. Something stops happening. It's communication, it's an event tied to the communication or requires communication. And then you have Temperance. I don't know if it had to do with a Sagittarius or a Taurus. Here in the upright, you see someone alchemizing their emotions to create balance, right? To self-protect. It's in reverse. So another keyword for this in reverse for the Temperance card is impatience. Instability with the Four of Wands, a house move you're not ready for, or eviction, or the breaking of an engagement, and then ghosting, basically. But you may be the person who is ghosting someone else, because here in the reverse, you have someone reaching out with you, which seems like positive vibes, right? Interesting. Okay. Eights are related to the Strength card. Fours are related to the Emperor. Temperance are related to the Kings. So what's this Four of Wands? What's this Four of Wands in reverse mean for Cancer, Gravitational Earth Signs the next 30 to 45 days? What is the Four of Wands in reverse mean in this reading for Cancer, Gravitational Earth Signs 30 to 45 days? Outsider. And look at the rainbow. That's so fun. The Five of Pentacles. See the rainbow? I'm like, what does this mean? Right? This Four of Wands in reverse. I think you're locked out. It might be an eviction, or it might be that you arrive at work and the door is closed saying we're out of business. But the Five of Pentacles is a loss of faith of something. You see the rainbow through the gate, and it's like you're being cut out of it. Wow. Something ends, but you should have seen it coming, or you did and ignored the signals. Here is the Judgment card, right? Beyond illusion. So you saw this coming. So you might be prepared for it. It doesn't look like it was. You were. I'm just saying. What is this Eight of Wands in reverse mean for Cancer, Gravitational Earth Signs? What's this Eight of Wands in reverse mean for Cancer, Gravitational Earth Signs the next 30 to 45 days? What's this Eight of Wands in reverse mean for Cancer, Gravitational Earth Signs next 30 to 45 days? Here you have the Nine of Cups in reverse. It's not great. But you go from an 8 to a 9, right? Eight of Wands. And action stops. Right? A layoff, firing, separation, something can't happen, and it's not your wish with the Nine of Cups in reverse. Putting your feet up. And here you have the Five of Wands in reverse. The name on this card is Totality. See how there's teamwork and timing, like perfect timing is involved? This was not the perfect time, and there's no assistance from the group or the person you're associated with. So in other words, if this is a broken engagement, it's like you shared the same friends, So now you have no friends, right? Because it was the other person's. Or it's a layoff, firing, but the business closes down. And you saw it coming, but ignore the signs. And there's impatience or a feeling of not being protected involved. And it causes you to compartmentalize your emotions from your thought. What led up to this with the Before Tarot? What led up to this situation for Cancer, Gravitational Earth Signs? What led up to this situation for Cancer, Gravitational Earth Signs? This is really Capricorn, right? Boom. Look at that, the star. See how she's carrying 2 jugs, right? Hopes are dashed. Ooh, toxicity. Whatever it wasn't benefiting you anyway, okay? So if this has to do with love, it's the breaking off of a relationship, a serious one, like even engagement. Yes, I said it. That's what the cards are telling me. So people get card readings for 5 reasons: health, romance and love, career, finance, money, family, right? So I'm going to give you every scenario. If this has to do with health, it's something you saw coming and ignored. And now hopes are dashed, according to the cards, okay? This is for Capricorns who are Cancer, Gravitational Earth Signs, right? Because it's your polar opposite. Or if it's work, there's a layoff or firing, or the business closed down, but you all saw it coming. And now I heard stopgap, okay? So I don't know if it was like an IT thing. It was toxic anyway to even think about. I mean, this is your clarifier, right? Or your significator. Maybe an Aquarius or a water sign tried to warn you or remind you. If it has to do with like marriage, there might be a separation and you saw the signs. In each scenario, in each area of life, it's kind of the same interpretation. Signs or signals were ignored, so you didn't make up any backup plans, like you didn't start looking for another job, perhaps, and then it happens. And it's 9 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so next 30 to 45 days, so maybe you still have time to turn it around, right? So what's the advice? What's the advice for Cancer at Gravitational Earth Signs? What is the advice for Cancer Gravitational Earth Signs? What is the advice for Cancer Gravitational Earth Signs? Look at that. A decision. One that you were meant to pursue, whether it's a person or a situation. Maybe it involves a Gemini or a Gemini industry, which I don't remember off the top of my head. But most likely communicative, right? Or fashion, or artistic expression, or waitressing, right? It's all coming back to me. This can also be a choice between good and evil, and you make the right choice. Or you're being pushed, because this is an advice reading, to make the right choice. I heard don't take any prisoners, but this is a communications card. This is good news in the upright. I feel like you do have a chance to turn this around by changing behavior, by changing somebody else's mind, by looking for a job while you still have one. You know, I feel like you can head this off at the pass. Okay. So don't rest on your laurels is basically the advice. Okay. So now we're going to read for Leos. And your gravitational Earth sign is Aquarius. Now for those just joining us, if you're a Leo Sun, your gravitational Earth sign is the polar opposite, Aquarius. So right now we're actually reading for Aquarius because Leo is the gravitational Earth sign I'm reading for now, right? It's your polar opposite. Okay. What's coming up for Leo gravitational Earth signs in the next 30 to 45 days? Reckoning, I heard. Reckoning. What's coming for Leos? It's not what you thought is what I'm hearing right now. Reckoning. Not what you thought. It's not necessarily a negative. I mean, it doesn't sound great, but it's not necessarily something that you can't fix. But reckoning. You knew something was going to happen, just like Cancer, Earth, gravitational Earth signs. Or Capricorns. What is coming up for Leo gravitational Earth signs in the next 30 to 45 days? One more. I heard spread them out. I see the first card, which is actually already flipped over. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. I heard take no prisoners, meaning you're not going to be charitable. Here you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands in reverse. Might involve the breaking of a contract. Next card you have is Eight of Wands, yeah. Reckoning, right? I heard. What was the other phrase? I forget. Yeah, I'm never gonna, my port is always open, so I'm just kind of spitting it out. Here is the Six of Pentacles in the upright. You got it in reverse. See, this is how someone's like serving someone food out of a buffet. There's generosity and charity involved. In reverse, no charity. I don't know if this is your energy, Aquarius, or someone else, right? Knight of Wands, you got it in reverse. Here is the Knight in the upright. And it looks like, it looks like a firefighter cleaning out the inside of his helmet, right? In reverse, so I don't know if you're dealing with a firefighter, Aquarius. Leo, gravitational Earth signs. Aquarius's Earth sign is Leo. That's who I'm reading for right now, Aquarius, really. But your energy is going to be changeable, erratic, geared towards the humanitarian during the next 30 to 45 days. And then again, this is a layoff or a firing or a ghosting, or you break communications with someone, or they you. Aquarius, right? Knights, if they had a number, would be tied to the Justice card. Would it be? No, the Hanged Man. The 8s are tied to the Strength card. The 6s are tied to the Lover's card. So let's clarify. I want to know if this is a person or an actual contract, right? I heard you lose to the city. So it feels kind of like a dispute, or I don't know. What is this Knight of Wands in reverse mean for Leo gravitational earth signs the next 30 to 45 days? What is this Knight of Wands in reverse mean for Leo gravitational earth signs, Aquarius, in the next 30 to 45 days? So this is networking related, okay? Either you or someone else wanted the other to go against the current, I want to say, against the flow. And then a contract is broken. And then High Priestess in reverse, something is revealed. And then a Two of Swords in reverse. You have a decision to make as a result of a person or contract, but it's hard to make. It's just precarious either way with the Two of Swords in reverse. Right? It's like you have no safety net. Okay. 6 of Pentacles in reverse, 8 of Wands. I'm going to clarify this. What's this 8 of Wands in reverse mean for Leo gravitational earth sign next 30 to 45 days? What does this 8 of Wands in reverse mean for Earth gravitational earth signs, Leo gravitational earth signs next 30 to 45 days? Look at that. 5 of Wands, 8 of Wands, competition, synchronicity. So it's like a timing thing, right? Isn't it interesting that you have this, right? No safety net. Some trapeze artists work without a net, right? There's competition. Whatever it is competitive. See, I knew it. Here's the Hierophant card, morality. Your energy, Aquarius. Remember, Leo, you're sitting in Leo energy, right? 5th house energy. Work hard, play hard. Sport fucking. You know, because, you know, you're just casual about everything, right? Here, it's tradition. It's structure. And here you have the Emperor in reverse, control. Remember I heard reckoning, right? You knew you were playing on a slippery slope in say you started a job a year ago. You you didn't know, even if you worked hard, if you applied your expertise, you didn't know whether it was going to work out. Because maybe the job is so demanding, or a new marriage is so demanding, or a new group, because there's a group involved, is so demanding. It's oppressive. You try to apply structure in order to create balance, right? Everybody knows what they need to do. I believe that firefighting is like that too, the way they set it up. I'm not sure. But there's a lot of SOP. There's one way of doing things correctly. I remember a story that I used to do charity work for a battalion chief who was gathering supplies for Ukrainian firefighters because, they didn't have salvage equipment, or they didn't have, good hoses or oxygen tanks and that kind of thing, right? I remember him telling me a story how, he was at a fire and he saw this new captain, climbing ladders and, doing all the probably kind of work. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm not familiar. And he went up to him, grabbed him. He was a captain. He said, "Give me your badge." And he was like, "What?" Like, so shocked because he was trying to, be this Superman or whatever. "Give me your badge right now and walk, and then come see me in my office on Monday or whatever." And he said that the guy looked like he was going to cry. This guy is like third, fourth generation, hard, grizzled Irish firefighter, right? Anyway, he has a way of saying things that makes you want to do them. I don't know how else to say it. If he says, "Yeah, you're doing this," you're just like, the way he delivers it, Tom delivers it is, I don't know, it's like you don't have a choice. You're like, okay, I guess this is what I'm doing now, right? At any rate, the guy came to his office the following Monday, and he explained to him, everybody needs to know where to find you at all times. You can't be just all over the place. That's not what you're there for. You have people to do all this other stuff. You're there to be a captain, You're running things. How can you run things if you're doing everything? And then nothing at all, right? Because I got the message, thank you, and he pushed whatever it is, his badge, his helmet, whatever it is, he pushed something across the desk, and the guy learned his lesson, never did it again. There's something about, it might even be, I don't know if you're trying to establish structure or fight against it because you're an Aquarius, but your opposite polar is Leo, who's kind of like, I'll just go with the flow and go where I'm needed. And you want, there's a reason why there's these controls in place. Okay? Especially if you're in a leadership position. Because remember, if you're a long-time subscriber, I don't think of stories and experiences. There's a reason why they come up during readings. So that's why I told you this story. So that's why it helps in my interpretation, right? And Leos would just wing it. So remember, your gravitational earth energy is that of a Leo, right? Leos take what they want. Aquariuses do what they want. You know what I mean? That's a really interesting reading. I don't feel compelled to give you advice or an ultimate outcome. Whatever it is, you could see it coming. And I feel like you've already made plans for it. So I'm just going to read from the journey, okay? Give you a single oracle that talks about whatever door you're supposed to walk through, right? Now there's only 2 people here. That's okay. Thank you for being here. Please give me 1 card for Leo Earth, Gravitational Earth Signs. Please give me 1 card that will speak to Leo Gravitational Earth Signs. I heard it will catch on. Great, but this card, right? I'm not actually going to interpret it. This is a card for you, okay? Gravitational Leo, which is Aquarius. Because in the upright and in reverse, it means the same thing. In reverse, it could mean writer's block or a block to getting down to brass tacks. You need to get down to brass tacks. Stop playing hard. Start networking, but not cold networking. You have to do it like a Leo does. Leo knows everybody, life of the party, right? This almost makes me feel you have to pretend more. But you'll know what it means, integrity, but still be yourself. Which Aquariuses are so good at, right? Okay. I bought this deck in Haight Ashbury on March 23rd, 2024. Interesting, the journey. Okay. The next gravitational earth sign we're going to be reading for is Virgo, which is really Pisces, right? So even though this is a reading for Pisces Sun, you're going to be sitting in a Virgo energy where you're serving others and helping others and also homebody kind of energy. So you might be sticking at home a lot. So you'll be sitting in 6th house energy, the strongest in the next 30 to 45 days. So this is a reading for Pisces, okay? Because your earth sign is Virgo. What's coming up for Virgo gravitational earth signs in the next 30 to 45 days? What's coming up for Virgo's gravitational earth signs in the next 30 to 45 days? Reading for Virgo earth signs, which is Pisces Sun, okay? Boom. Heading into or starting a brand new karmic money cycle, or you get a award or bonus of some kind, or inheritance. And then you have the Emperor in reverse. Here it is in the upright. Now, see how this person is sliding a legal document over, right? In the upright, you may be asking somebody to sign something. But in the traditional sense, the Emperor in reverse is an oppressive father figure or male figure. Could be female, sure, because the reverse of male is female, but I don't want to get into that, okay? It's a male or generated card, right? Someone who's oppressive, doesn't have your best interest in mind, rules through fear, right? Or maybe you do this. And then the Two of Pentacles in reverse. See how these two people are sharing equally, right? I feel like, because I'm clairsentient, I feel like you want to share your life with someone. There is progress in the next 30 to 45 days. If you're waiting on Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles comes in, right? Someone shares the wealth or you share the wealth. But Pentacles can not only mean money, but also assets. I feel like, I mean, this could be an offer too. There's such a weird energy with this reading. It's almost like it's coming out, it's going out as soon as it's coming in. And you're trying to save money. Or you're trying to divvy up something so that it's equal. I don't know. I mean, what does this say? In the upright, someone wants you to sign something. In reverse, you want someone to sign something. I heard divorce, but I mean that doesn't necessarily mean a marriage. It just means an agreement. Anyway, let's clarify. What does the Emperor in reverse mean? Remember, this reading is for Pisces and not Virgos. Pisces Sun, Virgo Earth, right? What is this Emperor card in reverse mean for Virgo Gravitational Earth Sign? What is this Emperor card in reverse mean? You're going to feel this energy the strongest because we're doing an Earth reading, okay? Not a sun sign reading, an Earth sign reading. What does this Emperor card in reverse mean? For Virgo Gravitational Earth Signs, next 30 to 45 days. I heard it's oppressive. Something rule. You say that again? Oppressive rule. Yeah. Causes stress. Maybe you're defending. This is a Seven of Wands in the upright. Someone's trying to make you unstable. I don't know if it's someone who has the Chinese astrological sign of a monkey. And pop your bubble or your stability. I heard NDA. Not your choice or your wish with the Nine of Cups in reverse. Going with the flow. I heard separation. And here are the Six of Cups in the upright. A dream. You see these people are in love. I kind of feel like a third party because 2 + 1 equals 3. I don't know. I mean, for instance, this is not the storyline I'm getting, but you're a dude and you're taking care of 2 people. Could there be children? Sure. But it sounds like partners, right? What is this 2 of Pentacles in reverse mean? And one of them's a monkey. Gemini monkey. I don't know. But it could be the city too. Like I live in a monkey city, right? I don't know. Just kind of reaching. It's a very weird reading. What's this Two of Pentacles in reverse mean for Virgo gravitational earth signs next 30 to 45 days? I see the word yellow, which is deception. Can never get a break, Pisces, right? Integration, temperance. But then you have the 10 of Wands, oppression, right? And the situation is causing you stress. There may be a fear of rejection or fear of negative talk. See the butterflies? How cool is that? Right? This is a lot of cards, man. This is what happened last weekend with the fucking music. I can't focus. So, yeah, I'm going to put that back in the deck. Okay, so let's see what led up to this. I'm not really sure what this situation is about. It feels like 3 people involved. It could involve a romance or love. It could involve someone wanting the other to sign something. And it has to do with money, ultimately. Money going out as fast as it's coming in. Or some kind of sharing of a settlement or something. What led up to this situation with one card? Please tell me what led up to this situation with one card. Please tell me or show me what the essence of what led up to this situation with one card. The Virgo gravitational earth signs. I'm seeing the 7 of Swords in my head. It was a blocked wish. Remember, you got the 9 of Cups in reverse, I think. Yes. You got the 9 of Cups in reverse again. But I don't read the reversals in the before and after tarot. These are seen as blocked. You might be blocking your emotions or blocking your wish. I heard your wish is my command. And then you have the 7s. You're planting new seeds. But this is the essence. You are not getting your wish. You're signing something over. You're sharing. It might involve a Gemini and a monkey. Very weird reading. Okay. Let's get the advice to this screwy situation. Pisces, what are you doing? What's the advice for Virgo gravitational earth signs? What's the advice for Virgo gravitational earth signs? Queen of Pentacles. I heard not the Virgo. Specifically, not the Virgo. Coming out of a time of rest with the 4 of Swords in reverse or healing. 3 of Swords in reverse, healing. Queen of Cups in reverse, you're healing, but you might be I want to say stowed away. Strength in reverse. Yeah, you're healing. It might be like a physical illness born out of a situation that was very stressful to you. Remember, I heard not the Virgo. Now, that could be like, don't choose a Virgo, or it could mean it wasn't the Virgo. You know what I mean? So, take it how it resonates. I don't know your life. Boom. Now we're going to read for Libra Earth signs. Okay, so if you're an Aries, this reading is for you. Your polar opposite is Libra. Now Libra deals with 7th house stuff, so no matter what the transit is, you'll be focused on relationships. Relationships with loved ones, family, work, groups, whatever it is, right? You'll be sitting in that energy. Oh, about to lose battery life. Hold on. Sorry, I don't want to film this in 2 parts. May have to switch this over. One moment, guys. Hold on. There we go. Finally. Okay. The next reading is for Libras who are Aries who are Libra gravitational Earths. So Aries, instead of focusing on 1st house matters, they'll be focused on 7th house matters. So this reading has to do with relationships, right? Okay, so let's going. What's coming up for Libra gravitational Earth signs in the next 30 to 45 days? What is coming up for Libra gravitational Earth signs next 30 to 45 days? What's coming up for Libra gravitational earth signs in the next 30 to 45 days? I don't want to do this. Oops, Ace of Pentacles in the upright. The High Priestess in the reverse. The Sun. Well, I mean, at first glance, I heard very plaintively, I don't want to do this. A secret is revealed, but it seems to be a happy situation. That's the part I don't get. So I'm going to couch what I heard for a minute and just read the cards, right? Ace of Pentacles, the beginning of a karmic money cycle or an offer or a reward or an inheritance or a new job, right? The High Priestess in the reverse. I mean, here in the upright, it's Piscean energy, Taurus energy, right? It's secretive energy, but she is out in the light, right? But the scrolls are rolled up in her hands. A secret may be revealed. I don't know if someone's pregnant or what, but you can see there's happiness and joy. Okay, let's clarify. Again, if you're new to the channel or just come on, we're doing earth sign readings rather than sun sign readings. So we've done the Aries gravitational earth signs all the way up. Now we're in Libra, which is really Aries reading, okay? What is the meaning of the Sun card in the upright for Libra gravitational earth signs next 30 to 45 days? What is the Sun card in the upright mean for Libra gravitational earth signs next 30 to 45 days? You should feel your earth sign quite the strongest of every element or aspect of your chart because you're on Earth, right? It's going to be the heaviest. So you'll be dealing with relationships. Now we're clarifying. We know that this means, I almost said golden. It means joy and happiness. It's also a career card for me. Okay, it's also the significator for Leo. Hi, kitty. Hi, monkey, the baby monkey. Hi. And it's clarified by the Six of Swords in reverse. Troubled waters. Okay? Not getting to your destination, a delay. A delay in a decision because this is tied to the Lover's card. And yeah, I don't know what the chicken means. Sorry. You see, someone's like, I can see our destination. We're almost there. My ma'am? Hi, Kim. My ma'am? Five of Cups clarifies it further. Five of Cups is a regretful card, something like a bunch of memories in your head you can't get out. Hi, baby. Are you my baby? Yeah. I heard crying over spilled milk. I don't know. This is such a screwy reading. I feel like a situation that would normally trouble you, even though your basic outlook is like, okay, something's going now, but God will provide. Something will magically come in, save the day. I think you're still operating from that. It may involve a relationship of some kind, right? Hi, monkey. Kim. My baby needs me. It's okay, baby. Come. It's a baby, Cam. It's okay, baby. It's a baby. It may have to do with career. I'm not really getting any hesitation. Secret is revealed. I think I'm going to have to clarify the other cards because it's kind of a screwy reading. Okay? There's a new beginning of some kind. It involves a secret coming out. Now, it doesn't have to be like a weird, foreboding secret like, you know, a love child or something, you know? But a secret comes out, it might be spiritual information. So I'm going to ask what this is, the High Priestess in reverse. Hi, monkey, the baby I am. The baby I am. I'm just going to sit on my cards there, buddy. What does High Priestess in reverse mean? For Libra or Gravitational Earth Signs? What is this? What is this High Priestess in reverse mean? Monkey! No. 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 It's a baby, no. Why don't you go in the other room? Thank you. He was pushing something off because he wanted attention. Monkey! It's a baby, no. No, the baby. What's this High Priestess in reverse mean for Libra Gravitational Earth Signs? Monkey, come. Wow. High Priestess is in reverse is clarified by the High Priest in reverse. See how there's structure either way when you look at it? But someone looks like they're praying. And this is the happiest card in the deck. This is such a screwy reading. Rather than guess, I don't know what this reading means. Only Aries will know what this reading means. All I know is that because it's an Earth sign reading, a gravitational Earth sign reading, it involves a relationship of some kind. Money's involved, perhaps a child is involved, or a Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Pisces. It feels so topsy-turvy, but not necessarily negative. I don't get it. There's definitely a new beginning in money. I don't know what to tell you about that, honestly. Okay. Let's do an ultimate outcome. Please let me know what this means. Psychics aren't perfect. If we were perfectly right all the time, I'm not going to just make shit up. I don't know what this reading means. Sorry. Come back next month. What's the ultimate outcome for Libra Gravitational Earth Signs? What is the ultimate outcome of this situation for Libra Gravitational Earth Signs? Wait and see, basically, with the Hangman. At least 9 to 12 days. Or you're going to have to, because it's not necessarily advice. It has to do with relationships. So here we go. As a tarot cluster, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands is a union or partnership. I heard living in sin. So maybe you have to fish or cut bait on a relationship. And you choose the relationship. I'm not telling you to choose the relationship. I'm just saying. Eight of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, it's like fish or cut bait. maybe take time apart for 9 to 12 days or 8 to 12 days and think about what you want to do about a certain relationship. Because right now it's kind of, now I understand this card, it's kind of spinning around with no destination, no clear destination, right? Your answer will come, because that's not advice, that was outcome. You are chosen or you choose somebody and take a relationship to the next level. Meaning, if you're just dating regularly, you decide to move in together. Or if you're moved in together and living together for a while, you may decide to get married or break up. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. Okay. The next reading is for Taurus, and your earth sign is Scorpio. Okay. Now, Scorpio is dealing with second house matters then, okay? Because Taurus represents second house. So this reading is for sun sign, Scorpio, because your earth sign is Taurus, which rules the second house, right? What's coming out for Scorpio gravitational earth signs the next 30 to 45 days? What's coming out for Monkey Kim Kim? Monkey Kim 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 Kim. Baby Kim Kim. What's coming out for Scorpio gravitational earth signs? Next 30 to 45 days. I heard, I don't want to. And then, I don't wanna. Like with inflection. And then I heard, I don't want to. Someone may be correcting you. Now remember, you're sitting in second house energy, which has to do with money. 9 of Swords is the dark night of the soul. Potentially, or sleepless nights, or making a mountain out of a molehill. And then you have the King of Cups in reverse. If someone is correcting you, it is a water sign. Remember, this reading is for Taurus Earth, which is Scorpio Sun. And then the 8 of Swords in reverse. Remember, I heard, I don't want to. I don't wanna. And then I don't want to. Like very staid. Hi, baby. Are you just sitting there all pretty? Are you a handsome boy? You are. I love you. I love you. 8s are tied to the Strength card. The Kings are tied to Temperance. Okay. I don't know where to look when it's upside down like this. Then the 9 of Swords is tied to Virgo, or the Hermit card. I don't feel like there's a decision to be made. Because it has to do with second house matters, or Taurian matters. I heard megalomania. Dark Night of Soul. You might be worried about what people think of you. And someone, I feel, offers potentially, the storylines coming in my head, is someone potentially teaches you how to be perceived in a certain way. Because you're never going to know. You're not going to ask every person you meet, what do you think of me? You know? but affects your second house, ultimately. That's the motivator. In the upright, in this deck, the Eight of Swords looks like somebody is knitting something together, creating something. And trying to untangle something, and then here it's untangled because they're just breaking it, right? Which is something I pretty much do every time I have to do Christmas lights. Another weird reading. Okay. Let's clarify. Because we are profoundly unclarified. It's a baby, yeah. Now this may have to do with a project or money that you're emotionally tied to, right? There's a dark night of the soul. What is this King of Cups in reverse mean for Scorpio gravitational earth signs? What is this King of Cups in reverse mean? Because I want to know if this is a person or a situation, basically, right? What's this King of Cups in reverse mean for Scorpio gravitational earth sign? Next 30 to 45 days. I heard what you don't know, you don't talk about. Here you have like an empressy type of energy, right? Someone may be telling you that you have to publicly speak on something, and you're like, I don't want to do it. This is the oppression card in reverse, or suppression card, the 10 of Wands in reverse. You have to do something, but you don't want to do it. It's an unwelcome burden. You don't want to do something, and someone's making you do it. Because of Seven of Swords, it's just what you have to do. You have to put on a mask and just do it. It feels like a public speaking thing. It might have to do with money, or you might be paid for it, or something like that. My ma'am, I'm almost done, baby. And it feels inauthentic to you, because the Seven of Swords is a deception card. It's also an escape card, right? You're trying to get out of something and you can't. Someone's making you do it. If it's not public speaking, they're asking you to be a certain way in front of other people, and they might be paying you money to do it. Hi, monkey. I love you. I know you're speaking to me, baby. I love you. What's this Eight of Swords in reverse mean? My ma'am, come. Come, baby. I love you. You're a good boy. My ma'am. What is this Eight of Swords in reverse mean for Scorpios, gravitational earth signs? So in other words, that's a person trying to persuade you. Come, baby. Hi, ma'am. I love you. So you're going, what does this mean? Does this mean to untangle something or get out? Because you go from a 7 to 8 of Swords back down to a 7 of Wands. There's mutual respect. Okay? You're putting on some people, when they have to publicly speak or give a presentation or something, right? I just feel hairs all over my face. Sorry. They have to put up a front. You want to give this person a piece of your mind going, hey, this isn't me. Get somebody else. I don't want to. Right? This is what they really want to say to this person. But they're putting on a false front. 2 sevens as a tarot cluster mean mutual respect. What a weird reading. So you go from a 9 to an 8 to a 7. The 4 of Pentacles in reverse, the Master. Your fear of being rejected. So there is a concern about how you perceive. You're perceived. You don't want to put yourself out to something in front of a group. When someone's trying to calm you or quell you, right? Okay, what led up to this? Hi, monkey, baby. Hi, hi, baby. Smell. Smell. What led up to this situation for Scorpio gravitational earth signs? What led up to this situation? I heard it's his job. What led up to, but this could be any, someone maybe, if you're like, say, a homemaker and somebody asks you to put up a certain front before a group, like, hey, pretend that you like her, because, you know, it might be the women in the neighborhood, you know what I mean? Because this reading isn't just for one person, it's for all Tauruses, okay? Because you're, hi, baby, come. My cat came up to me and like patted me on the arm going, are you finished yet? Because I need attention, the baby. 2 8s as a tarot cluster means surprise developments. You're trying to block your emotions for sure. Now this is the before tarot. What led up to this? You might have said you would do something thinking that ultimately you wouldn't be chosen. And now what? Because you're chosen. You might have sent a drunk text, perhaps. I don't know. But you volunteered for something. And someone accepted. Like, I accept your offer. And you worked on it a little bit, thinking now you don't want to do it for some reason. But it has to do with money matters, right? Because it's second house stuff. Or 8th house stuff, sorry. 8th house stuff. 8th house is the house of sex, death, taxes, and earned money, right? So yeah, 2nd and 8th house stuff. 8th house is the house of work, like corporate work. What is the advice? Monkey, the baby. Are you crying? What is the advice? I heard push through. It'll be good for you. What is the advice for Scorpio gravitational earth signs? So this reading is for Taurus, and your earth sign is Scorpio. Knight of Pentacles. Because you have, well, you don't have a second knight. Take it slow. Pace yourself. Okay? Maybe put a little bit of money into it. Don't fear an ending that may not happen. And then the 2 of Pentacles. Even if you feel unbalanced, you're going to have to keep balanced. Right? And this is a healing card in this deck. Okay? You put yourself in a situation where you volunteered for something or you're chosen for something. And it has to do with speaking in front of a group. And you don't want to do it. And someone's trying to calm you. Interesting. So you're just going to put up a false front and just push through it. That's a weird one. Okay. The next reading is for Sagittarian gravitational earth sign. So we're reading for earth signs. If you're a Sagittarius, your opposite polar is your earth sign. Okay? In your case, your earth sign is Gemini. So Sagittarius will be dealing with issues having to do with communications, right? Or communication media. Your next 30 to 40 days. Thank you for staying here, you guys. What's coming up for Sagittarius? Yeah, so this reading is for, this reading is for Geminis, because Sagittarius is your earth sign. So you're dealing with spiritual matters, sorry. Polar opposites gets confusing. No. What is coming up next 30 to 45 days for Sagittarian earth signs? What is coming up in the next 30 to 45 days for Sagittarian earth signs? Hi, good baby. What is coming up for Sagittarian earth signs the next 30 to 45 days? Oop, this card wanted to come out. So I'm going to treat that as a pop-up. Again, this reading is for Geminis because your earth sign is Sagittarius. You'll be dealing with 9th house stuff. The first card you pulled is the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Another sign got this. This is a lack of charity or no give and take. Equal give and take. Then you have the 8 of Swords in reverse. You're trying to untangle something. Okay? But you do untangle it. And then you have the 7 of Swords in reverse. You escape or you are no longer deceived. Now your pop out was the Queen of Cups in reverse. Monkey! Sorry guys, if you had your earphones in. Here you see what looks like a globe. Oh no, it's a bowl. And someone's reading tea leaves. Right? And it's in the reverse. That's the pop out. There may be a water sign. Remember, you're Gemini. Your earth sign is Sagittarius. Okay? A water sign is not charitable. You're starting to figure that out. They may want you to sign something. Like just sign here, right? Because you'll be dealing with a spiritual or travel focus, this could be as innocuous as a passport application. Or this could be a marriage contract. Or an NDA. 7s are tied to the Chariot card. Because it could involve travel as well, right? The 8s are related to the 8 of Swords in reverse is related to the Strength card in reverse. The Six of Pentacles in reverse is related to the Lover's card. And the Queens, if they had a number, would be related to the Death card. Somebody might be telling you that something will be, they might be giving you an ultimatum. And maybe it's someone you're have a spiritual contract with. What's this Seven of Swords in reverse mean for Sagittarius Earth signs, gravitational Earth signs, next 30 to 45 days? What's this Seven of Swords in reverse mean for Sagittarian gravitational Earth signs? The next 30 to 45 days. Here you have the Empress card. Creativity. Remember, we're reading for the Seven of Swords in reverse. I want to say someone told you they wanted children, but they don't. And then you have the Temperance card in reverse. Someone may be pushing you to sign a legal document that, like, without reading it, because they really need you to sign to protect themselves, I guess. And the timing is, I want to say suspect, or the amount of time they're giving you is not legal, because you can't make somebody sign something under duress. Like, you have to sign by 5 o'clock today. You know what I mean? Or it's over, or whatever it is. And spiritually, it kind of puts you off balance. Now, what is this? And you're starting to, like, figure this out. Like, oh, this person has always been like this. And it's a water sign. Not charitable, or not, there's no equal give and take with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. What's the Six of Pentacles in reverse mean for Sagittarian gravitational Earth signs the next 30 to 45 days? What does the Six of Pentacles in reverse mean for Sagittarian gravitational Earth signs? Next 30 to 45 days. I see the color green, which is money or growth. It feels more monetary. Courage is in reverse. Now you have two eights, which is a tarot cluster mean surprise developments. And this is to clarify the no charity card. I feel like somebody's like putting fear in you to sign something. And you may not understand because you're like of a giving a nature and you feel like you're being shorted in some way. But you don't understand why now, right? Like, say, a post-nuptial agreement. Like, why are you wanting to do this now? High Priestess. In the upright. Your intuition is firing all cylinders. What led up to this with the Before Tarot? Thank you for all the likes, you guys. Hi, baby. What led up to this situation for Gemini, Sun, Sagittarian, Earth signs? What led up to this situation for Sagittarian, gravitational Earth signs? I heard a talk, and then I heard the talk of the town. It could be an NDA. Like, stop talking, or whatever it is. It might have to do with a home, or a home agreement, or a settlement. or an engagement. Someone it may be a post-nuptial agreement or a prenuptial agreement. Gemini suns, which have your Sagittarian Earth sign is, your Earth sign is Sagittarius, right? But it has to do with stability, security, engagement, a wedding. And you may feel, now 3/8 mean news of a engagement or marriage. Okay, as a tarot cluster. You feel like somebody may be out for themselves or greedy or not taking it, yeah. You might be dealing with a Capricorn, Scorpio, Leo. I don't know. This is kind of a strange one, Geminis. Someone is turning something very transactional. Or they want you to shut up about your private life by having you sign an NDA. Or a prenuptial or postnuptial agreement. And that you feel is kind of more beneficial to them. I mean, both sides are reasonable. But to you, it's like, why now? Like, say if you've been together for 5 years or 3 years or whatever it is. It's kind of a weird reading. It feels kind of dark. It feels kind of illicit, you know? Okay. What is the ultimate outcome for Sagittarian gravitational earth signs in this situation? What led up to it is a broken promise. And maybe, I don't know, if it's a love affair, it's kind of dark. Maybe there's substance use combined with it somehow. Okay. What is the ultimate outcome for Sagittarian gravitational earth signs? What is the ultimate outcome for Sagittarian gravitational earth signs? I heard not ready. Meow. Meow. Are you stretching? So what's the outcome? Four of Pentacles in reverse. In the upright, it's the Miser card. I mean, I'm trying to figure out if you're going to sign it or not. Fear of being alone, you may sign. Knight of Pentacles, it's all about the money for you and them. Followed by a period of peace for the Four of Swords in the upright. Ultimate outcome, I think you're going to sign it. If it's like something that you're forced to sign. Because you have a fear. Because they're causing you fear, like, hey, this is over, or the money stops if you don't sign this. And maybe you thought it was something deeper than transactional, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't feel like a lot of love in this at all. So it kind of feels transactional to me. If you allow this person to, or maybe you're the other person, but let's just take one example. If you're a kept woman or a third-party woman who's being kept, yeah, They're not marrying you because you're the side piece or you're the person that they feel they can't marry, but they like how you sleep with them or what you do in bed. But now it's come to a point where you've been together for so long or for a prolonged period, and now this person is trying to self-protect. Nothing wrong with that. It's a human response, but you allowed this person to set the tone for the relationship that it doesn't matter or it's transactional. So, but I mean, Geminis are kind of promiscuous, or can be. If you're not, I apologize. But it's associated with Geminis, that lifestyle. I don't know. It just feels kind of dark. It's not what I feel like. It's not what you want, but you kind of made the bed. Oh, I'm Fallout Girl. I'm sorry about last week, babe. I'm so sorry. I'm glad to see you here too. What do you think of the Earth sign readings? I tried to do this a few years ago. Oh, I planned to do this a few years ago. What do you think of the concept? I'm sorry about last week, though. There's no way I could give an accurate reading last week. Okay, the ultimate outcome is I think you're going to go ahead and cinch the deal. Now we're going to read for Capricorn suns, or Capricorn Earth signs, sorry. Capricorn Earth signs, but Cancer suns, right? The gravitational, we're all affected by the gravitational pull of all the planets, but Earth especially has the strongest gravitational pull, right? Your Earth sign concept, I like it, but I missed the readings. Oh no, you can go back, babe. If you're a Virgo, we haven't done that yet. Right now we're on Capricorn suns. Sorry, we're on Cancer suns, Capricorn Earth sign. Your Earth sign is your polar opposite. So if you're a Virgo, your polar opposite is Pisces, your Earth sign. Just like your sun sign is Virgo, your Earth sign is Pisces. So that comes at the end. Yeah, I don't know why people don't do Earth sign readings. I've been wanting to do it for a while, but as you can see, it can get really confusing even for me. So the next reading is for Capricorn Gravitational Earth Signs, which means I'm actually reading for Cancer signs, okay? Okay, glad we straightened that out. I'm so glad you're here, babe. So 10th house matters you'll be dealing with. Fame, work, career. What is coming up in the next 30 to 45 days for Capricorn Gravitational Earth Signs? Hi, baby. Hi, monkey. Hi, my baby. Yeah. What is coming up for Capricorn Gravitational Earth Signs next 30 to 45 days? I think I may have to figure out how to deliver this so that it's not so screwy, you know what I mean? Because people do sun sign readings, so I think I have to deliver it in such a way that I'm delivering Earth readings. Ooh, 3 of Swords. Now, in the upright, this is heartache or heartbreak. See, this person is trying to write a letter to someone and they keep crunching up because like they can't get the right words out. You might want to be telling someone how much they hurt you and you're having, it's just so emotional that you can't get it all out. Or you second guess whether you should even tell them. Then you have the Eight of Swords in reverse. You will untangle it, or you're coming out of a time of self-imprisonment. And then you have Judgment, which is a classic second chance card. But you can see in this deck, someone's pointing at the trumpet. You know, this is the classic clarion call card. This is also a timing card, okay? So we have to clarify it. Is it a matter of timing or what you want to say, or is it too soon to talk about it, right? You see how someone's pointing at, you may be judging a Scorpio for their actions, because that's the significant card for Scorpio. Well, let's find out what this means, because it's very different. And then we'll find out what led up to it. Please clarify this Judgment card for Capricorn Gravitational Earth Signs. Please tell me what this... Hi, Monkey. Hi, Beepy. This Judgment card in the upright means for Capricorn Gravitational Earth Signs. Now this is in career and fame matters. Weird, I couldn't post. Oh, are you? You're a Libra then. So I think we're... One chart said I was a Virgo. One says I'm a Libra. Yeah, you're a Libra. Maybe back in 1973 when I was born, the dates were different. No, you're a Libra, babe. You're a Libra. Hi, baby, and your monkey. So we're going, what's this Judgment card mean, right? Hi, baby. I mean, you're not even a cusper. I think it's 22nd is the date. Guidance card. The Three of Pentacles. Now, if we get 3 threes, that means lies. Okay. 3 of Pentacles in the upright. You may want to team up with a Scorpio or get spiritual guidance from a Scorpio about 10th house matters of career. Ooh. I'm not loving this. I'm not loving this. Somebody who broke your heart may come back for an ego boost. Are you still thinking about me? Oh, I think about you. And then they ghost, right? It's a pretend second chance. Now this, because has to do with 10th house matters. It's matters of career. I can't read all of your Virgo moon, Cap rising. Yeah, I would have paid attention to those during this reading because it's an earth sign reading. So someone may pretend that they want a second chance or they're offering you a second chance. But they might be trying to get information. Or they might try to get something out of you that they want, and then they'll split because they're being false. They're a snake wearing a mask, right? Because this is a Capricorn Earth reading, I'm actually reading for Cancers right now. This person hurts you. So why are you out of your head for it? You know this. So I don't think it's a warning. You know it. Eight of Swords in reverse mean for Capricorn, gravitational earth signs. You know what I like about this on Spotlight Girl? You know how I always have to give options as to, okay, if it's the health matter, it means this. If it's a love matter, it means this, right? These earth sign readings tell me what area of life it's going to be. And I think I think I originated it, actually. Because I thought about it years ago, and I just never did it, because no one does them. Receptivity. Yeah. Someone's going to come back, but you don't care. You're like, nope. And they're like, I've changed. Monkey, no. No, stop crying. I've changed. Nope. You may tell them how much they hurt you the first time. Hey, what led up to this? With the before tarot. Remember, before and after tarots are read, the reverses. Monkey! Sorry. He's being naughty. Reversals are read as blocks. Okay. What led up to this situation for Capricorn's gravitational earth signs? What's coming up for, or what led up to, this situation for Capricorn gravitational earths? You were in love with somebody. They broke your heart. Now, since it has to do with the 10th house, it may be that you thought you had were seen better in a 10th house situation. And instead, you were always wondering, with the Hermit card in the upright, you gave and gave and gave, and you thought it was stable, but it's not. I feel like you had like a work bully situation. I'm so sorry about that if that's true. Or 10th house is also reputation. So even if you were a housewife or a house husband or retired, someone sullied your reputation somehow and they come back. Like you thought you had a certain position in the community, right? So it can do with reputation. Monkey! No! Stop it, baby. You're going to get sick if you do that. No. You think I'm kidding? Yeah, that's right. Sorry, guys. You point to the cat, and the cat comes around. They are fearless, man. They are fierce. What's the ultimate outcome for Capricorn gravitational Earths? What's the ultimate outcome in this situation for Capricorn gravitational Earths? Wow. Are you could be a good boy? Are you could be a good boy? Yeah. Oh, you're like, bye, bitches. I don't think you're going to play ball with a Strength card in reverse and the Ten of Swords in the upright. You're going to break ties with people because you're not in your head. You got the Eight of Swords twice in reverse. You're not in your head and you know. You're like, nope. That's an interesting reading. Okay. Aquarius, gravitational Earth. So this next reading is for Leos. because your gravitational Earth sign, just like you have a moon or a rising sign or a Libra sign, right? This is your Earth sign reading. So Leos, you're going to be dealing with 11th house matters. So this reading is going to tell you about your friends, acquaintances, humanitarianism, right? Technology. Okay. That's a way cool. I absolutely love your readings more than, oh, babe, because you make it so clear and understandable, just super easy with you. If you only knew how much that means to me, I'm Fallout Girl. I really, really, that means a lot to me. So thank you. Thank you so much for that. You just made my weekend. My week, actually. Did you have a weird week? My first 3 days of the week, I've spoken to everybody. I'm just wondering how it was for you. Was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday super weird? Let me know. What's coming up for Aquarian gravitational earth signs in the next 30 to 45 days? What is coming up for Aquarian gravitational earth signs in the next 30 to 45 days? Monkey, don't eat that. You're gonna get sick. Man. Okay, you know you're not supposed. He's trying to eat the plastic thing that holds bottles together. The one that kills fish and dolphins. Hey. What's coming up for Aquarian gravitational earth signs the next 30 to 45 days? I'm getting a sense of like yellow out here. So you might have deception coming in. You might be dealing with other people's deception. The first card I pulled is your significator. Yes, very weird week altogether, but I'm going through it right now relationship-wise. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But thank you for validating the weirdness. Beginning of the week, super weird week. The star in reverse. Now the stars, even though you're dealing with networking and friendships and acquaintances matters, Leos, right? These are the constellation of the Pleiades, which is Aphrodite, which is love. Hopes may be dashed. The second card you have is the Fool in reverse. Now this is also your energy, because in the reverse, the Fool card for me is Aquarius. Remember, I saw like deception out here, like around you. But it wasn't coming in. That's the thing. The colored yellow appears to me like in front of my eyes or like just around my peripheral, but like traveling towards me. Or it's just out here. So it could even be deception in the world at that, where the position was, right? And then the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. Now this person looks like they're operating a technology. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck if it's a person. If it's money, it's slow and steady, wins the race kind of energy. Now, the star in reverse can also mean not only hopes are dashed, possibly in love or friendship. Here you see many hands, right? It's something very mild. It's if you planned a trip with at least 2 other people, it falls through somehow or is delayed Because this can mean delays. It can also mean something that doesn't happen at night, but it happens in the day. They weren't expecting to happen during the day, like a nooner or something, right? No, that's not, I'm just using that as an example. The Fool card, and the only cards related to any other cards here, because here you have a 17, and then here you have a 0, and then the Knight is related to the Hanged Man card. Slow and steady wins the race, waiting for something to come in. Now, because Leos, you're going to be, your Earth sign is Aquarius. You're going to be dealing with networking, friends, acquaintances, and technology, right? In the Knight of Pentacles, you have this technology gadget this person is trying to work. I'm going to clarify that both the Star card and the Fool card what's this Star card in reverse mean for Aquarian gravitational earth signs? What does this Star card in reverse mean for Aquarian gravitational earth signs in the next 30 to 45 days? What is this Star card in reverse mean for gravitational earth signs next 30 to 45 days? So I'm Fallout Girl, because you've been a long-time subscriber. After I finish with Pisces, I'll give you a free reading. So if you can think of your question, that would be amazing. Here you have Wands energy, right? A giving energy. It's in reverse though. Sharing. I feel like there's an event or a trip or something that's being delayed. And it was something that has not been, for a reason that's not being revealed at the moment. Remember, deception, right? Let's clarify the Fool card. What's this Fool card in reverse mean? Hi, Pee-Pee. I'm almost done. What's this Fool card in reverse mean for gravitational earth signs? Aquarian gravitational earth signs in the next 30 to 45 days. What's this Fool card in reverse mean? I heard false step. For Aquarian gravitational earth signs. Six of Pentacles in reverse. False step, I heard, remember? In the upright, someone's working. Oh, someone's ringing the doorbell on a new beginning. Like a surprise visit. Something is unexpected, but not necessarily surprise. It feels not just like a delay in a trip or an outing or an event. But to clarify the Fool card in reverse, what does this mean, right? I heard false step. And then the Compromise card, the Six of Pentacles, came in reverse. Here it is in the upright. This is equal give and take. This is charity. This is having a benefactor. It might be, I know this is kind of off the wall, because you're dealing with 11th house of acquaintances and friendships, Leos, right? It might be that you're uninvited to a planned event, but then you find out later that you were just simply excluded. And you find out people were acquaintances, at least two other people, were acquaintances only and not the friends that you thought. And it surprises you right? The letting go card is in reverse. You won't feel the effects immediately of being shut out or excluded. So you have a hard time letting go of the situation. But you will with the intensity card in reverse. I'm going to put that back in the deck. I think you're going to focus on work and things you need to do or improving things in your life. So what led up to this? Virgo might have something to do with it. I'm not sure. I got the sense of Virgo. What led up to this situation? A false move, a false step, a false word, I hear. So something they think you did. Not people, I meant upheaval. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Every area of my life is in people right now, so maybe like a forecast for the next 3 months, a short one with a couple cards. Monkey. I'm going to do a Celtic cross because those are more complicated readings, but more than happy to do it for you. So the longer the forecast, the more cards you have to use, right? I mean, I can give like overall themes, but I'd rather just do a Celtic cross for you. Okay? Because you're always you've always been a loyal subscriber, so I appreciate you. And I'm very sorry I missed last week's reading because of whatever his name is who lives upstairs. I mean, I don't have to have absolute quiet when I'm reading, but I can't be distracted. You know? I can't wait to move. They're moving me to another unit. So I don't have to live under this person anymore. Yeah, didn't I tell you it has something to do with a Virgo? A Virgo is blocking you from a group. See how the snake is this, you know, they're blocking you. Now, usually Aquarius and Virgos are psychically connected, right? Just like Virgos and Pisces. Star card again in reverse. Yeah, they're blocking you. It can be any earth sign, but it feels like a Virgo. Blocking forgiveness or changing the opinions of many people. So you're being excluded from an event that you should be invited to, or you might be uninvited and you hear that they went anyway, which makes you question the quality of the friendship or acquaintanceship. It makes you reclassify something. But because of something you said or did that was not agreeable to the group, you know, like, oh, Leo said this and what a weirdo. You know what I mean? Meow, are you okay? You sound like you're dying. I love you, my baby. What is the ultimate outcome for Aquarian gravitational earth signs? Meow, meow. Meow, meow. I'm almost done, baby. What is the ultimate outcome for Aquarian gravitational earth signs? Moo, moo, moo. Three of Swords. Yeah, but you'll heal. It breaks your heart. You thought you had a different place in these people's hearts, minds, and souls, and you're like, okay, Ace of Cups in reverse. Now I know where I stand. And maybe I escaped a bad situation with the Seven of Swords in reverse. Like, thank God I didn't invest more into this group or these relationships, right? Or this network. It'll sting, but you'll get through it. Okay, now we're reading for Piscean gravitational earth signs, which really is a reading for Virgo suns. Your earth sign is your polar opposite sign, which is Pisces. So this is the Virgo reading, and you'll be dealing with Piscean matters of 12th house, which could include secrets, deception, drug abuse, occult matters, secrets, nightmares, deep dives, spirituality, right? What's coming up for Piscean gravitational earth signs next 30 to 45 days? I heard toxic waste. Okay? I don't know if you're like offloading old childhood stuff or what. But I have to tell you what I hear. What's coming up for Piscean gravitational earth signs the next 30 to 45 days? Nine of Pentacles in reverse. A fear of being alone or not having resources or losing your resources. So fear, basically. Nines are related to the Hermit card. Ooh, Nine of Cups. Now, 2 nines as a tarot cluster mean documents. Okay, which means you're signing documents. But 9 of Cups in the upright, yes, please. Okay. And then the Knight of Cups, a new lover on the way. And they may be a veterinarian or a doctor, or a new animal comes into your life, or a water sign. Or it could be just a new lover on the way. Because you have 2 nines here, that means Hermit. And Knights, if they had a number, would be the number 12, which is Pisces. So it could be a Virgo-Pisces combination, or a Virgo or a Pisces. But I wish comes true. I heard you manifested this. Remember, this is a Virgo reading because Pisces is your earth sign, right? 12th house matters, right? So let's see what the 9 of Cups means. No, actually, I feel like I should go to the 9 of Pentacles first. What is this 9 of Pentacles in reverse mean for Piscean gravitational earth signs? What is this 9 of Pentacles in reverse mean? For Pisces gravitational earth signs. Next 30 to 45 days. Trying to open up my ports. I wasn't getting any messages whatsoever. Remember, I'm going, what does this mean? In the upright, this person has all the resources they need. They're blissfully single. In the reverse, there's a fear of being alone or single. Here we have like an Empressy sort of energy, the Pentacles in reverse. This is like usually a pregnancy card for me. Fear of being alone. You might get an animal or a new love or accept a new love offer because you don't want to be alone. 3 of Wands in reverse. No opportunity. See the hermit-like person, right? Trying to bring a dead tree to life because there's one living limb left. You might think that you're not dateable or not lovable or something. Put that back in the deck. But the Nine of Cups is in the upright. So this may be an organic before, during, and after reading, which doesn't happen too often. Right now it's the Nine of Cups. What's this Nine of Cups in the upright mean for Piscean gravitational earth signs? What does this Nine of Cups in the upright mean for Piscean gravitational earth signs? What is the Nine of Cups in the upright mean? For Piscean gravitational earth signs, next 30 to 45 days. Two of Swords, you have a choice to make in regards to staying single or being together with someone. Judgment, beyond illusion. This is not necessarily a second chance. I don't know if you've even been with this person, but you manifested them. The Judgment, they might be a Scorpio, or they might be a Gemini, or have that in the chart. No compromise. You have to make a decision because someone may give you an ultimatum. Okay? But then it might be an animal. You have no choice because you find a stray. Right? But the Knight of Cups is a person offering love. They might be a veterinarian. What does this Knight of Cups in the upright mean for Piscean gravitational earth signs? What is this Knight of Cups in the upright mean for Piscean gravitational earth signs? I started fasting today, by the way. You so need it right now. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. So what does this mean, the Knight of Cups in the upright? The Three of Pentacles in reverse. This is like mandatory energy. Okay. They may be an architect. And then you have another 6, which is 6 of Swords in reverse. Weird. 8, letting go. I don't know how to read this. There's an ultimatum involved, which means there's a decision to be made. If someone comes to you, because we're dealing with 12th house matters, right? But we have this new lover on the way card. It's all very mysterious. The ultimatum or decision. It's not really a second chance because you haven't been with them, so it seems precarious. I don't know if you'll accept because it's so mysterious. Because Virgos are very practical. Like, just tell me what I need to know and I'll figure it out and make a plan, right? There's a fear of being alone, but that could be somebody else's energy. Knight of Cups is upright, it's your wish. I think someone makes an ultimatum. And it's mysterious. It's so weird. That's all I'm getting from this reading. And remember, this is my reading too, because I'm a Virgo. What led up to this situation? 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 blocked manifestation before. Heartache before. It led to heartache. Someone who is a soulmate or someone from your past, but you haven't been with this person. I don't know, it's kind of a weird. Temperance in reverse. The time wasn't right. Because judgment can be timing too. Is that it? Someone may no longer be burdened with something because this is called the burden. They finally let go of situations so you can come in. That's different. Or a Sagittarius or Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Virgo stop them. Okay, so what is the advice for Virgo who are Piscean Earth signs? What's the advice? What's the advice for Piscean Gravitational Earth signs in regards to this reading? What is the advice for Piscean Gravitational Earth signs? I heard, why now? That's what I heard. Why now? So it may be a surprise to you. Even though there's no 2 8s. Think about it. Just think about it. 9 to 12 days. That's the advice. 10 of Pentacles. It's the marriage card. Starting a family card. Family reunion card. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. That feels like an unbalanced money, and Temperance turns upright. Interesting. I mean, someone may make an ultimatum for you to get married. Where have I heard that before? That might have been in a Virgo reading from last year. Like the foreshadowing. I wonder. That might have come up last year for Virgo. Because this is a Virgo reading. 12th house is a house of soulmates. That's another interpretation of the 12th house matter. Interesting. Okay. Well, it looks like you're going to do it. So, there you go. Okay, now I'm going to read for I'm Fallout Girl. That is the only free reading I'm getting right now because she's a longtime subscriber. And I don't think I've done... Have I given you a free reading before? I feel like I have. Anyway, you deserve it. What deck should I use? I mean, can I use this deck? No. I have to choose a new deck for you. 3 months reading for I'm Fallout Girl. Okay. Very bizarre combination of decks. Out of 300 that I could have been drawn to. Curious Travels Tarot deck is your primary. Clarifiers is the Essential Tarot. And at the clarifiers, you can clarify the New World of Tarot deck. No, but I ordered one for me. Oh, okay. Thank you for ordering one for me before. So 3-month reading is automatically a Celtic cross, okay, or Celtic. What's coming up in the next 3 months for the woman known as I'm Fallout Girl? What's coming up in the next 3 months for the woman known as I'm Fallout Girl? What's coming up in the next 3 months for the person known as I'm Fallout Girl? I heard Touch of Bass. I mean, I know that's a band. I don't know if it actually means something. Touch of Bass. So left field. I have to look it up. I'm sorry. Meaning of touch of bass. Oh, the phrase touch base, often incorrectly said as touch a base, to make brief contact with someone to share a quick update, check-in, or see how things are going. It comes from baseball. It's very common in work and everyday talk for a short chat. Interesting. Okay. I have to edge these cards. Okay, you're central. The star in the upright. Yes, please. Look at that. Interesting. What's crossing you? The Tower. But it's in reverse. So Ascension. What's behind you but still influencing you is the Six of Cups. Something or someone from the past. Can anybody be anyone from a childhood friend to a soulmate, right? What's coming to you, well, what's in your crown is the Two of Pentacles in the upright. You're thinking about money, saving money. You're thinking about saving money, saving for a trip. In your subconscious, you have the Knight of Wands in reverse. You're thinking of a broken contract or a fire sign. In the near future, the Traveler. Oh, the Travelers, plural. Hold on. I need light. This might be an extra card in the deck. Oop. Interesting. That's the near future. Other people's influence or energy on you is the Three of Pentacles in the upright. Teamwork, mandatory training that you would enjoy. There's 3 orcas swimming around. The Page of Cups is the energy that you'll be sitting in, and it's in the upright. So you might be sitting in like 12th house energy as well. The Judgment card is your hopes, dreams, and fears that you won't get a second chance, or you won't get the calling, or that you won't ascend. And the outcome, should you do nothing, is the Justice card in reverse. Now don't panic. It could just mean a separation. Or a Libra that I want to say doesn't come back. But you're a Libra, right? Your challenge is the Tower. To rise above something. Okay? See how this person is ascending after a Tower? To get past the Tower. This is a wish card in your central. This is also a significator for Aquarius, Pisces, and Cancer or Scorpio. Your past is going to be influencing you is something from the past. On your mind, though, in your cognitive mind, you're thinking about balancing money. Does that make sense so far? We'll clarify with the Essential Tarot. I don't even know if I used this deck yet. We'll see. Yep, we have. Okay. So remember that April 2020 reading where I did it on Meghan Markle and Harry? That's when they got married or something. And, or they'd just gotten. I felt like he was going to come back to the UK, and he is. I don't really watch the royals. It's just been like all over my algorithm on TikTok. But the reading showed that. That was interesting. It showed that he'd be coming back alone, though. That they would divorce. Anyway, I'm going to clarify the outcome first because that's... I don't dawdle. Oh, yeah. Yes, but he's a Libra rising. Okay. What's this Justice card in reverse mean for the person known as Fallout Girl? What is this Justice card in the upright mean? Sorry, in the reverse mean? What's this Justice card in the reverse mean for the person known as Fallout Girl? Justice in reverse, if it's a court case, any legal case, it could mean a loss of money for you. With the Five of Pentacles in the upright is also a loss of faith in a justice person in reverse. Yeah, it has to do with money. If there's an inheritance involved, there's a loss of money, but you still get money. Or it's probate. Page of Wands in reverse. But you know what? You're okay. You're not okay with it, but you're okay. You're in Page of Cups energy. Okay? Maybe starting over emotionally. And I don't know you. I mean, I know you, but I don't know the background of the question. Okay? And because even if, I mean, I never remember my readings anyway, and I don't remember yours, so. You're going to be very, I think, zen. This is your challenge. You get past it, Is teamwork or mandatory training that you do enjoy? Hi, monkey. Hi. So let's clarify that. 3 of Pentacles in the upright. What does that mean for the person known as I'm Fallout Girl? What is the 3 of Pentacles in the upright mean for the person known as I'm Fallout Girl? Monkey to baby, Temperance, patience, Sagittarian energy, or protective energy. You either throw yourself into work if you work, and they're not going to try and this is other people's energy on you, okay? People encourage you to make a decision that's almost unmakeable about love or romance or being emotionally open, or you are loved by people around you. Travelers, I think, is an extra card in this deck. And what do we think when we hear that term? It is the Curious Travels tarot deck. So what do we think of travels? They're obviously in a home situation. It's obviously a group situation where people are working together. There's harmony. But there's things to manage. What I say, this is in your near future, right? You are surrounded and protected by a group, or you're surrounded by a group and they offer distraction from this outcome, which is not 100% favorable, but is still favorable for you. Okay. What does this Travelers card in the upright mean in the near future for the person known as I'm Fallout Girl? What is the Travelers card in the upright mean for the near future for the person known as I'm Fallout Girl? The Hanged Man in the upright. Now this signifies 9 to 12 days, or a Pisces or Sagittarius for me. These are both spiritual cards. And then you have the, I can't see in this light, the 4 of Wands, which is amazing. Stability, a home base, or a place that feels like home, or a group that feels like home. Could it mean a wedding too? Sure. But with the Justice card in reverse at the outcome. So what is this Tower? Now, in your subconscious, you're thinking about a broken contract. But I'm going to be clarifying the Tower, because that's your challenge. The Tower in reverse. Getting past the Tower, ascending above the Tower. Hi. Monkey. What's this Tower in reverse mean? I heard a phrase, but I don't know what it means. Dunking tides, like a ocean tide? I don't know what that means. What is the Tower card in reverse mean for the person known as I'm Fallout Girl in the next 3 months? Wow. Yeah. You transform a change into it's like making lemonade out of lemons. Secrets come out. Oh, 8 of Cups. Letting go, walking away. That's the challenge. But your central is the Star card in the upright, which is amazing. So let's do that. This is his view. He's got his whole family and... No, it's not his view. It's not his view. That's... So my readings don't become another person's reading if I'm reading for you. That's not his view. You are surrounded by a group of people, either at work or... That's what the cards are telling me. This is not his view. What's the Star card in the upright mean? For the person known as I'm Fallout Girl. What's the Star card in the upright mean? For the person that is known as I'm Fallout Girl. The Empress. I think you're strengthened. Nine of Wands. Putting up boundaries or waiting for the shoe to drop on a communication. And then the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Mastering something. I think this is more of a spiritual reading for you. I feel like you're trying to wrap something up because it's lingering, right? Not his reading, though. I really want to emphasize I'm not guessing. So when I do, for the person, it's very specific, for the person known as I'm Fallout Girl, I'm sitting in your energy. Yes. Orcas stay together forever. They're meant to, right? 100 years, 150 years, 75 years, right? Teamwork. If this has to do with, so this is other people's influence on you. So there's a group of people making sure that even if you lose money in this, whatever it is, separation it may be, that some of your money is protected. Or you're given a bonus, because sometimes this is a promotion or raise, right? That's other people on you. And if it's not money, it's spiritual. Okay? You're protected. Or Sagittarius is protecting you. You have a decision to make, but either the group doesn't want you to make the decision, or they're telling you you don't need to make a decision, or you just can't make it and they guide you somehow. And you are touched or emotionally fulfilled by this group. You have support, in other words. Oh, absolutely you do. I mean, I don't usually tell people to leave people, but I don't know. I just don't feel like it's 100% like kosher. I don't feel like a togetherness. I don't. But I mean, I don't know your life. Your near future looks good. You are supported. The walking away tower card combination came up. So if you've been thinking about leaving for a while, it's probably time. Because otherwise, I mean, if you stay too long, you'll get stuck there. You know what I mean? I think it was a pretty good reading. It was a very hopeful reading. But it looks like you need something or someone. And it makes you ascend above the tower. Anyway, I hope that helps you. And I thank you so much for being here for me. You know what I mean? So let me do one more for you. It's just going to be one card. What is the essence? What is the essence of I'm Fallout Girl's partner, or the person she's thinking about right now? What is the essence of how they feel about her? What is the essence of how? This person comes to you for healing because I'm seeing the color purple. So you may be a natural healer, but the fact of the matter is when you're a natural healer, damaged people will come towards you. What is his essence of his feelings for you? Emperor in reverse. You're below him. You're below him. He's the master. That makes sense. I know I said one sun. It could be happier, but he doesn't care. He makes no effort. Or he's in the time of rest. If I just stayed with that one card, automatically I felt this person feels like you are below them. You're not. I'm just saying that's their perception. I'm not talking about living up to... I mean, this person probably feels above other people. Maybe they're egotistical, maybe. I'm not sure. Does that make sense on Fallout? Okay. Do you really? I appreciate you so much. I thank everybody for being here. Thank you for the 6 likes. I appreciate you. My little monkey's getting restless. So I'll try to explore the Earth sign readings a little further. Try to tighten up that delivery. Because I think it's important. Anyway, I wanted to do them for years and years and years. I just don't have any time. Business has way more money than I do. I feel like you have a supportive group. I don't feel like they're secretive supportive. It's not like they're kind of like quietly, you know, pulling for you. This feels like a very protective energy. And it's at least 3 people, or altogether, at least 2 other people other than you. Anyway, thank you for being here. My monkey is getting restless. Anyway, thank you so much. I'll see you guys next week, okay? I hope you have a wonderful week. And hopefully it's not weird this time. This week has been really bizarre, especially the first 3 days. Anyway, thank you so much, you guys. Bye-bye.